Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I decided to make a different tutorial. Usually, I straight away make a jewelry and stuff, but in one of my previous tutorials I went through this tutorial I'm actually planning to do. How to make blocks of CRAW. This, look, it's all CRAW, it's just a block of beads. Now how to do this? I made a lot of CRAW tutorials with a lot of bracelets and necklaces, but it's always usually a stretch of CRAW that is twisted into shapes. But what I also want to show you is that you can actually build shapes using CRAW. This is not a strip, this is a whole shape made of CRAW. So how to do this one? So that's exactly what we're gonna do today. I'm using this blue color and I'm using really contrasting black thread so you can see what I'm doing. And this is exactly the same stretch. I already made, I don't know, 8 rows, 8 CRAW units. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna learn how to build CRAW on top of this. So that's how you start. You just make it, this also started with a stretch of CRAW and then you start building on top of that. It's like, building bricks on top of, it's like building a house. You just one brick at a time. It's exactly the same process. It's just you have to build your bricks on the go. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna zoom in now. As you can see, this is a stretch of CRAW. As you can see at the back, I forgot to connect this part, but it doesn't matter. All I wanted to show you is that you start with a stretch of CRAW and then you start building on top of this. Now my thread's coming out here. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the next bead here. And to start building the bricks on top of this CRAW stretch, we just make a turn first. That's what, every time you make a turn on CRAW, you just build on the side. That's exactly how we're gonna start. We're gonna pick up 3 beads, go through the same bead through the other side. Then I'm gonna go through the next bead of the floor, pick up 2 beads, go through the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the 3rd bead of the floor, pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. And then we go through the last bead of the floor. And then we're gonna go up the side, the first wall, the very first wall we built. Pick up 1 bead, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. And now we have to go up. And all we do is connect the ceiling. See, it's not connected. Like here, I forgot to connect them at the very beginning. So it's the same way here, you have to connect them first before you continue. All I do is just take my thread, take my needle through all those beads one time. And now it's connected. Now we made the turn, but we would continue, but here we have to build the next cube here. And how you do that? So that's the topic of our today's tutorial. Now, when you build a cube, you always have a floor and then you start building walls on top of that floor. You build the first wall and then you build the second wall and so on. Now here, when we build this cube here on top of this, you already have floor and you already have 1 wall. So you just continue building the second wall. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna skip down here. I'm gonna position myself in a place where you would usually continue building your second wall, which means we have to be coming out of the 2nd bead of the floor. This is the one. And how do you build your second wall? You pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the last wall, which is this, and straight through the floor bead, and pull the thread. And then I go through the 3rd bead of the floor, which is this. Pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor, and pull the thread. Go through the last bead of the floor, Go up the side of the first wall, pick up one bead, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. And then we go up and connect the ceiling. Go through all those beads one more time. And if you look, see, we built 2 units. That's how you start this whole thing, and you just continue on your way like that. You continue building the wall here, continue building cubes. Every time you already have the first wall up. You always have already this up floor units, and every time you add a new cube, you always end up having the side of the next cube ready. The first wall of your next cube is always there, and then you continue building the second wall all the way till the end. Step up by making a turn, then backwards, and so on. You know, keep on building as many as you like, or you can even make shapes. You know, you can continue all the way, make a whole strip, and then on top of that, you can skip this one and, you know, build a pyramid. It's entirely up to you. So I'm gonna show you that how to do this 2 more times, and then you should be able to do it on your own. You can just keep on rewinding until you understand what I'm doing, but it's the same process. So what we're gonna do, we have to position ourselves at the second bead of the floor. So I'm just gonna go here, go down, and then go through the second bead of the floor. Pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the last wall. You should be, well, you would straight away go through the floor bead as well, but once you keep on building CRAW units on top of CRAW, it gets quite sturdy and you can't really bend it. So I went through the side bead and then I have to go through the floor bead. And then I'm gonna go through the third bead of the floor. Pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then go through the third bead of the floor, the last 4th bead of the floor. Go up the side, pick up 1 bead, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. See, nothing new, just like any other time when you're building CRAW, same process. Then you go up and then you connect the ceiling. See? Isn't it cute? Now I'm gonna show you one more time, and I think that we're gonna stop there. So I'm gonna position myself on the second bead of the floor. I'm just making my way there. And here. That's where we are, second bead of the floor. See, this is the floor. This is the first wall. And now we have to build the second wall on top of this. So I'm gonna pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the first wall, and then go through the bead, floor bead. And then go through the third bead of the floor. Pick up 2 beads, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then go through the third bead of the floor. Go up the side of the first wall. Pick up 1 bead, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor. Then go up and connect the ceiling. And that look. So you just continue the same process, then you turn up and continue if you're planning to build a wall. But as I said, you can make shapes. Now this is a short tutorial. I just wanted to show you how to do this, but in the future I'll have a jewelry tutorials where I'll be using blocks of CRAW to make shapes. So this is like a beginner's tutorial for you to understand the whole process. So I made it with like a beads that you can see and use really contrasting black thread. You wouldn't use black thread with blue in real life, so that's just something for you to see what I'm doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it was useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.